morning. Time for video 8 out of 40. Please close your eyes for a moment. Clear the mind of any distractions, worries, doubt, concerns. Just postpone everything until we are done with our yoga practice. You might even discover that after your yoga practice, your perspective on those worries, doubts, concerns, and what have you actually is different. A lot. Lighter, maybe. So for a minute, we close our eyes. Clear the mind, breathe deep and calm. Slowly open the eyes. Please stand up. Start in Tadasana, the feet parallel. Stand erect. Lock the knees gently so that the legs are perfectly straight. Tilt the pelvis a little bit forward, shoulders a little bit back, tuck in the chin. Then we start with Parivritta Trikonasana, the new exercise from video 6. We spread the feet a little bit, not too wide, because remember, alignment, proper alignment, simply impossible if you spread the feet too wide. It's already difficult enough to do this without bending the back, but if you spread the feet too wide, you're going to bend the back inevitably. So misalign. And step 2, we turn 90 degrees. Like a helicopter, we twist 90 degrees. Before we twist further, we make a forward bend, maintaining a hollow back. So you purely pivot on the hip joints. You focus, make sure that your back is not bending. When you cannot go down any further without bending the back, so while the back is still concave, hollow, you complete the twist with another 90 degrees rotation. And like in the normal triangle pose, you open the belly and you open the chest actively, otherwise the back will bend. Do not lean on the head. come back. And go back to Tadasana. Because of the nature of the pose with the twist, I end up turning my back to you. That is not intentional, not meant as an insult. Just kidding, but you get the point. Let's switch. Misalign the feet, don't spread too wide. That was step one. Step two, we turn 90 degrees. If you feel the need, adjust the feet a little. Forward bend, 90. Forward bend. And then another 90 degrees twist without bending the back. Do not lean on the hand, open the belly, open the chest. And then we slowly come back to Tadasana. Take a deep breath, relax for a moment. Very intense in the hips especially. Then we have Parsvottanasana. Also for this pose we spread the feet only a little for the same reason. We spread the feet. Remember, we join the hands behind the back. But if you cannot do that, you grab the elbows. But if possible, join the hands behind the back and push them up as far as it goes. Then we spread the feet already. Then we turn 90 degrees. Arch back as far as you can. And then slowly start bending forward. Focus on the tilt of the pelvis. Do not allow the back to bend from the beginning. Tailbone pointing up to the ceiling if possible. Try to keep the hips square. Remember, proper alignment is not possible if you spread the feet too wide. So try to resist the desire to spread the feet too wide. Then we slowly come back, upright position, and then without causing shock to the shoulders, we gently untangle the hands and we relax for a moment with a deep breath. Then we repeat on the other side. Spread the feet again, not too wide. Join the hands behind the back. Turn 90 degrees. Misalign the feet. Make always sure that your feet are not aligned. Arch back as far as you can. And maintaining a concave back, we bend forward. Pivoting on the hip joints only. Keep in mind that if you drop your head, your spine follows immediately. The back bends inevitably. So keep the head up. With the hands behind your back, you can actually feel the spine bending when you drop your head. When you raise your head, you can feel the spine straightening again. It's all a matter of moving consciously. Then we slowly come back. Upright position, and gently untangle the hands and relax for a moment. Enjoy the wonderful feeling spreading throughout. Then we have Prasarita Padottanasana first variation. There are two variations. First variation, that is a forward bend with the feet spread. Remember, this is not about spreading the feet as wide as possible. There's another exercise for that. Here we spread the feet with an angle of approximately 90 degrees in the groin, give or take. After spreading the feet, we turn the toes inwards. We want the heels to dig into the floor to obtain an ultimate extension of the outside of the legs. That is kind of what the Sanskrit name is referring to. Okay? Inhale deep. Then, like in the previous pose, we bend forward, maintaining a hollow back. Purely focusing on the tilt of the pelvis. Do not place the hands here, because then you lose the power of the pose. You're going to bend your back, the hips are not active anymore. Place the hands in line with the feet, approximately shoulder width apart, and if you're relatively flexible, you go down without bending the back. And the same as in the previous exercise, if you drop the head, the back bends. Keep the head up. And try to work on the hips. Tilt the pelvis. Push the tailbone up to the ceiling. Then actually, for many people this will be more than enough. But this pose has a second stage. And second stage you only try to do when you're already rather flexible. In the second stage you engage with your hands, you push against the ground to make yourself go deeper into the pose. And what happens now is that indeed the spine will bend, but it's not bending in a passive way. You're bending the spine while actively erecting the spine. And then if you bend, it is okay. So we go as far as possible without bending, then we engage the hands, push, and our head ends up in line with the hands and the feet. And in fact, you end up looking at the ceiling behind your buttocks. And we slowly come back. Back to Tadasana. Relax for a moment. Take a deep breath. And then we lie down. It's time for Salamba Sarvangasana, the wonderful shoulder stand and the variation, the plow pose. Every time we do this, Try to do it as slowly and controlled as possible. To build strength, core strength especially, but moving slowly and controlled also forces naturally consciousness of your physical body and how it moves. So to move correctly, to do process correctly, if you move slowly and controlled, it's very natural, very you can say automatic. Automatically your consciousness is being pulled to the task, moving correctly. Okay, stretch up the arms, raise the legs, the hips, then move the hands to the back to support, and remember, wriggle the shoulders to make sure that you're not standing on the neck. You must be able to put a finger under the neck. And while supporting, with support, active support, you push the heels up to the ceiling, relatively straightening the body. Then from Sarvangasana we move on to Halasana, the plow pose. First we lower the feet, then we clasp the fingers and we push the hands down to the ground, just as far as it goes. My hands are on the floor now, but it took a little while in the beginning, so do not push too hard to avoid injury. And keep the legs straight, push the hips up to the ceiling. And then we slowly come back. Through the shoulder stand. And coming down slowly and controlled. Do not kick over any furniture, lampstands. In the name of yoga. Savasana. Close the eyes, breathe deep and calm, and relax the whole body. 1 minute. Okay, clasp the fingers, stretch yourself out, and slowly come back. Grab your cushion or folded blanket or towel. Tilt the pelvis a little bit forward. Like in Tadasana, you align straight. So you stretch up the back of the neck, you tuck in the chin a little bit. Hands on the knees, nothing complicated. 5 minutes, we close our eyes. We observe. We try to observe in a neutral, objective way. Whatever it is that you perceive, that you hear, smell, feel, think, try to not be distracted by it. And you do that by observing as if you were a third person. Okay, 5 minutes. Enjoy the ride. your eyes. That was it for today. Wonderful start of the day. At least for me it is. Every day again. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below in the comment section. I'll always reply. Thank you so much for your attendance and see you next video. Bye bye.